On 13th December, Aruu County MP Odonga Otto and his Kasiro County counterpart Elijah Okupa tabled documents before COSASE which claimed contained evidence implicating Deputy Governor Louis Kasekende and the former Director for Commercial Banks Supervision Justine Bagyenda of enriching themselves with assets of the closed banks. The documents included copies of certificates of land titles, mobile money accounts and bank statements, purportedly owned by both Kasekende and Bagyenda.
I also want to tender these documents because it should be of interest to the committee how someone who earns 559 million shillings a year to own 72 properties.
There are pictures and aerial views of all those properties. They are all attached here. Madam Chair, there is also an analysis here from URA, what would have been paid as tax.
A report of the subcommittee chaired by Bukeria District Woman MP Anita Monk, constituted by COSASE Chairperson Abdu Katuntu, has found the documents lacking in evidence. On the 14 properties allegedly owned by Bagyenda, only 5 are hers by virtue of registration, and out of these 2 were from the estate of her late husband, Cliff Bagyenda. The committee further found out that none of the properties owned by Bagyenda were part of any portfolio, as security or otherwise, of a closed financial institution. On 21st December, Louis Kasekende wrote a letter to Speaker of Parliament Rebecca Kadaga, asking her to take disciplinary action against Otto for making defamatory statements against him.
What an answer next week.
Despite the subcommittee report exonerating Bagyenda, she's still one of the officials the report of the committee recommended to be held personally accountable for flouting the Bank of Uganda Act, the Financial Institutions Act and other laws in the process of closing banks.
All BOE officials who fail to properly execute their duties in accordance with the law should be held responsible for their commission and/or omissions.
Members of Parliament have commended the committee members for the job well done.
That people we trusted with that power thought they had the competence and expertise to protect the interests of Ugandans, help Ugandans change the economics of this country by providing financial services, ended up putting people into graves.
It's now our role as members of Parliament to either maintain the recommendations, improve the recommendations, make them tougher.
However, there are those who claim that the recommendations do not single out specific individuals and their punishments for acting outside the law.
On all the others, you don't find a recommendation, say, on Tumusiime Mutebile, the governor of Bank of Uganda, under whose watch all these things happen. There is no specific recommendation that we must hold Tumusiime Mutebile responsible and therefore relieve him of his duty and to have him prosecuted.
The law should hold them accountable. We don't need to move like we are in a kangaroo state. We are in a democratic government that should move according to the rule of law.
I thought if somebody is culpable, then that person should actually face some punitive, action, and that should have come in the recommendation.
MPs will on Tuesday debate this report before recommending it to the executive for action. Habad Ziwa, NTV at Parliament.